Alright guys, last review for the day. Since I did Azrael Batman, I figured we'd go back and look at the DC Superheroes line, Azrael. Very cool figure, a lot of very nice details about him, I like it a lot. But there are a couple things I'd like to point out that might be a problem for you. First thing I want to start off with is the height. He's not the tallest figure, he's only 6.5 inches tall. And I kind of picture Azrael as being a little bit taller than that, but that's not really that big of a deal. Sculpt is really nice. As you can see, the face has nice detail. That red part is sculpted on there. Get in focus. The hood is sculpted nicely. It's actually connected to the head, so it doesn't impede articulation. It looks great. The head can move forward and back just a little bit. The shoulders are just kind of big and bulbous, so I guess that's alright. It's not too bad. It could maybe a little bit of detail added would have been fine, but not a big deal. The cloth on the chest is sculpted really nicely. The little gold trim is sculpted. The buckle right there is sculpted. This is just a cool piece. I don't like that it has black spots on it, but that's the way it came, so no big deal. The cape part is sculpted nicely, of course. The hand things, lots of sculpted detail in there. The translucent flames are sculpted nicely. The legs are really plain compared to the upper body, but that's how it's supposed to be, so I don't really mind. As far as articulation goes, basically standard DC Universe articulation in the shoulders. It just looks different. Bicep swivel at the bottom. Because of this being big and bulky and round, no matter how you turn the bicep, it looks like it belongs, so that's a nice detail. Standard elbow joint. Can't quite get 90 degrees out of it, but I guess that's alright due to the big gauntlet. Rotation in the wrist there. Not in the wrist up here, just back here. That's it for the arms. He's got kind of a different articulation setup for the torso. He's got the abs rotate separately from like the rib cage area, but it's really stiff and kind of hard to get to, so it's not my favorite design. It kind of always just pops back into that side position, so you're mostly just going to be using the waist twist there, which is okay. For the thighs, it's one of the first ones to have this style of hip articulation. It's got the little T shape on the side so that they fold out, and then of course they move forward and back, but the way they're sculpted is they just look really narrow, and this one is sculpted to stick out to the side a little bit more, so it's not the best, but it is there. And then of course it has the thigh swivel that is standard with the DC. It's really stuck right now because it's old, but it does have it. Single knee joint and single ankle joint, no ankle rocker. So it's not the most articulated or best sculpted or best painted figure, but it is really good. The paintwork is nice. You can see the little sword logo there. That's painted. The face is painted. The gloves. Everything's painted nice. It's sculpted nice. It is an impressive figure, but it's just not the best figure out there. For example, it doesn't really compare to the DCSH Batman figures. Those really are highly sought after. And this guy is more for who he is rather than the figure itself, in my opinion. It's a cool figure, it's just not the best. Either way, it's worth picking up. Displays nicely, and it fits in nicely with the Batman figures. So look for them if you can. Find them on eBay. You might pay a little bit for them, but it's probably worth it. There's my review for the DCSH Azrael figure. Thanks for watching. Keep an eye out for more reviews and more custom figures. And in the meantime, keep collecting.